Panzers are quickly, oh my god, Sherman comes out, immediately dies. Wait, hey, grenades are thrown. Hey guys, remember to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and hey, go one step further, become a channel member. Any support you guys give is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the video. Hello everyone, I'm Greyshot17, and today I'm covering a Company of Heroes 2v2 game on, I believe, Pachino Farmlands? We got ourselves a number of combatants here. They include Von Prime, Daddy's Girl, Gamma, and Manganator? Hopefully I'm getting that right. Anyway, if you have a replay, like I said, Gmail, Discord, and I'll take a look. We got 2 Vermok and 2 Americans, so a nice mix that isn't, okay, not really a nice mix. It's really just 2 factions out of 4. But hey, you know, maybe if you have a game with all 4 of them, go ahead. Hey, if you find a 5th one, let me know, because the elusive, Italian, Japanese, the you know, whatever faction that Relic will eventually add, if you find that, let me know. That'd be great. Anyway, what we are going to see is the same battle groups, at least for one side, as both win heavy weapons. So we could potentially see double Pershing or maybe some M5 gameplay, a number of different areas, with Gamma going Terror and Manganator going Italian Coastal. So very defensive and some great offensive gameplay there, because Terror great at destroying enemies like locations or fortifications or defenses very easily, or forcing them to retreat, and then of course if they get suppressed or hit, increasing the attack power even greater, where Italian Coastal is really amplified by defensive works. And then heavy weapons is more mobile, with the assault half-track, the Pershing, combined with heavy artillery managed to break heavy defenses, which could be good for both. The King Tiger is a big heavy tank, which the M5 could easily deal with, or the Pershing could move around and hit from the side or rear. Meanwhile, the defensive works are bunkers and other things that can be knocked out by long-range artillery, and especially the M5 AT, like, range. And because of the command power, if they do choose that, it's not too long to get to it. But, units on the field, we got ourselves an wow, really? A 4x4 on the field? Okay. MG suppressed by the MG in the building. Gamma already locking down this sector. I like how he used the bushes, kind of just maneuvering them to, like, stay within sight range of the M4. Sorry, the 4x4, bringing it in, allowing the MG to do some more damage. Like to see it. Von Prime having some issues there. Scout units, a rifleman, and an engineer squad are taking over the left. So it looks like, the left side is going to be under American control, where the right side, we'll have to see what Daddy's Girl does. Coastal units are moving in, but the scout units smartly getting into the building to have a better fight. You know, go toe-to-toe with those coastals, even though they can't really fight in, directly for very long. Being in here at least keeps them in the fight longer, which allows more casualties for the coastal, which makes it not really suitable. Kettenkrad is taking over the territory, though, and can move out with speed. We have an MG here as well, providing defensive works, which, remember, this MG can be upped with the 50 cal for extra potency, if they choose to do that. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. This guy didn't pick heavy weapons. I just assumed because I saw Daddy's Girl. All right, this is the first replay, so I may be losing it a little bit. So, you know, we'll see how things go. Everything else they said was correct. Panzer Grenadier Company being made, so we can see some better units out sooner than later. Which, again, I understand. You want to make sure that you have some sort of capabilities to either heal your men or have AT, especially in CoH3. By the 6-minute mark, you could even see some Hubbers or other annoying light vehicles. Engineers taking left-hand side. That's a 10 fuel, which is quite nice to get back, because, yeah, that would kept the Axis way ahead with 43 fuel at that time. Now they're going to hopefully be not as disparaging, because the Allies were at 13. I mean, good job for Gamma taking mid. Also, we have a concrete bunker going down. That's back at base. Okay. So, in case you're wondering, like, wait a second, Greyshot, why would you build this instead of just going for the upgrade? The upgrade requires fuel, and a lot of people really don't like using the fuel to get a medic upgrade. So a lot of people will use the bunker, which is fine. Again, because it's just manpower, and then you use the munitions to upgrade it for the medics. I've even seen some people put it more closely to the other base, so that way they can actually heal both. Depends on the map and depends how close it is, but I know there technically is a way to do that, but again, you have to be pretty damn close and well positioned to do that. Alright, let's see. More coastals on the field. Again, gearing up for, I guess, just defensive works, because he really The American has the MG, some riflemen. He has a good amount of forces. Does he have a mortar? I hear a mortar. Yes, he does. There is a mortar further back, but it's actually providing pressure in mid, forcing Gamma's MG back. Medical bunker upgrade going in. Wow, Von Prime's going pretty deep with his rifleman. Grenadier's trying to react to it. But when the enemy riflemen are pushed straight to outside of your base, and you have only a Grenadier. Oh, this Grenadier is probably not even going to win. Nope. Grenade immediately sends him packing. It's not even close. And well done for Von Prime, locking down territory so vital next to the enemy base, and holding it pretty soundly. Now, it looks like Gamma's not done. He is absolutely gearing up for a counterattack, healing on up with medics, and getting Panzer Grenadier. So he will have a solid fighting force against the engineers and the riflemen. Now, the mine might change things up, as it could definitely inflict some heavy casualties. If these guys also can gear on up, maybe they can attack the city. Wow, Gamma's forces are back at base. But time will tell to see what he does. Meanwhile, there is some small pushing. We got some small attacks going in, but it looks like the goal is to find and exploit one area, which these pioneers are moving on in. Should be able to actually overwhelm with double flamethrowers the riflemen. Fire does quite a bit of damage, and as you can see, the riflemen are running like hell thanks to the flamethrower. Now, if these guys are able to get close, smoke or something like that, they could get in and burn the MG out of the building with ease. Right now, no light vehicles for either party, but the American, using his fuel instead, doesn't go with a light vehicle. Oh, there. Okay, so we have the artillery thanks to the coastal officer. That officer's pretty damn good. Artillery officer can pretty much call in artillery. 50 cal has been, by the way, upgraded, so we have a 30 cal and a 50 cal. But looks like Meganator is leading the advance and pushing the American player at least across the river. There's still an MG left, but I think with this many men, the MG, even if it was upgraded, would have a hard time locking everything down. Engineers do escape, but these guys can get in the building, and they have plenty of windows to put pressure on the MG. There's riflemen trying to put pressure elsewhere, but there's still enough coastal units to keep them away. But yeah, right now, by the way, Von Prime has his men upgraded. Knocked down MG42. Nice win. Now with the bars, he's opening fire on the Panzer Grenadier squad. Grenade puts Panzer Grenadier out of cover. Does a little bit of damage. Riflemen advance, but I feel like they weren't focusing. Or maybe it was like, he didn't realize there was this many men. He needs to get out of there. This is going to be an absolute slaughter if he doesn't. Double Panzer Grenadier, no joke. Combine that with the Grenadiers that can constantly reinforce them and give them back up. As you can see here, that's exactly what he was doing. He made sure they all had top men. MG was recruited and got the hell out of there. Whatever's left of Daddy's Girl's forces being redirected to mid, as he sees that as a bigger priority. Panzer Grenadiers are taking 2 main losses thanks to the scout units in the buildings, providing a little bit of fire support. Rifleman pulls back. Well done, well played by all parties. Again, keeping the Germans away. Captain even playing fire support. Again, there's just too many men. 50 cals in mid, but a grenade is thrown. Wipes the 50 cal with a nice bundle. Well placed right on center mass. So excellent job. The Americans did take some casualties. The Germans, though, took plenty of hits as well. So we'll have to see how he does. Now, we do have a half-track on the field, and it's going to be getting the Stummel upgrade, which is very effective at not just dealing with infantry, but annoying armor, because it does have a nice little shot that can stun armor. It's like a pseudo-white phosphorus shot, but yeah, it can essentially cause like a stun ability, which makes the vehicle just not able to do anything for a short period of time. Very good for if you're trying to get an armored unit pinned or just incapable of really protecting itself and then going in for a final hit, whether with AT guns, pack guns in this case, or maybe with martyrs, whatever you end up using. Stugs, 221s with AT weapons, speaking of weapons, this rifleman squad, while blobbing, is upping himself with additional bars, so he's increasing that attack power even further. Mortar fire seems to be coming in pretty well. They're focusing everything they have on the MG, forcing it back because it is just out of position. Panzer Grenadier is now being hit by mortar fire along with Grenadier. Again, grouping up is definitely a no-go because that makes it easier for mortar fire and other artillery units to just hit. Speaking of artillery, here comes the officer, forcing the rifleman to push in further, but here comes the stumble around the corner as well. Artillery still hitting the rifleman squads. Grenade is thrown, riflemen continue their advance. Officer is thrown back. hold on, half track is barely alive. American forces are pushing, but they may have pushed a bit too much. They are incredibly low, retreating back to base as quickly as possible, and they will survive as additional American forces cover the retreat. So, again, good timing on the retreat. Stumble does live for at least a few more seconds, but the Greyhound, he smells blood and he's going for it. He's gonna go in close. He needs Vet 1 to do that special I talked about. Misses! Wow, that makes it even more heartbreaking because there's nothing to protect it. And there goes the Stubble, all thanks to the bravery of this Greyhound going deep into the enemy base. And so far, the exploitation was well worth it, as there's nothing to come in and protect Manganator's forces. He did have an AT gun, but it was way on the other side of the map, so again, not positioning his men. He wasn't doing like a combined. He wasn't doing like a combined arms effort in mid to make sure he was covered. I get maybe saying an AT gun guard an MG, but there's just infantry over here for the most part, and the big battle was in mid. Anyway, scout units and engineers are fighting the pioneers. They should easily be able to deal with that. Down in the other area, Gamma is advancing with his men. Again, he went breakthrough. Wait, he went breakthrough? I thought he went terror. Oh, wow. We're just going to cut out the part where I just said they picked terror in that. Because I thought he picked terror. He did not. Wow. I'm blind on both regards. Okay. Greyshot going senile. Confirmed. Potentially. Anyway. Going breakthrough means he can, again, he gets MP40s, allows a quick speed boost, and I believe these were up, so they are pretty damn powerful. But again, they're close range units. Grenadiers retreat. Curious he didn't reinforce. Grenade is thrown. Rifleman retreats. Again, there's a there's an AT gun opening fire. M1. Oh wait, hold on. No, pack gun. Trying to hit that Greyhound. Why am I thinking of the American forces? It's just going to be used against me as Greyshot's going senile moments. And you know what? That's absolutely fine. Completely justified. Anyway, so not terror, but breakthrough, which I guess does bring in the heavy tank, technically with the Tiger. So I guess everything I did say. Actually, breakthrough is essentially like a defensive line breaker. So it does kind of fit the role of terror. It just doesn't. And it does have a fire ability which can force things back. It's just not fear propaganda, which literally makes people retreat. It's like you have no choice. You must run. Alright. Riflemen are advancing. And we got ourselves a big old blob of coastals and the officer. Being held back by a single squad of American forces. Sounds about right. American forces multiple times. Very few men holding back large companies of German forces. A.k.a. like the Ardennes offensive. A satchel was thrown as well on all the to force all the men to retreat. Does hurt the engineers that are refusing, but eventually retreat. So, well done. Well done. Veterancy is being given to all of the German forces. So, the MG, the Italian coastal, the officer, pretty much everything that comes out of that single building is going to get a nice little boost right there in a second. So, that should help him out. Again, additional veterancy is additional unlocks, additional bonuses, powers, not powers, but, well, additional, how do I say this? It's additional veterancy upgrades that can be rate of fire, speed, accuracy, you name it, depending on the unit. So it can definitely help. Command bunker is, wait, hold on. No. Because, yeah, I was going to say, usually command bunker has something. It's just a concrete bunker, but he's using more defensive works on it. All right.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
It's interesting he went like a defensive mode here for like, I guess, like sound the alarm essentially, like that sort of thing when the Americans are not pressing. I guess, yeah, I'm not sure why he chose. Maybe there's something I'm missing here, but, huh. Why did you go that? Yeah, designate defensive. Infantry take less damage. But why would you... I guess he was worried about the American counterattack. I'm like, maybe there's a construction bonus or something like that I'm missing. But no, not really. Scout units continue to hold the major fuel. Actually, allies control the fuel in both sections. But here we go. Panzer IV is on the front. fighting a Sherman. Well, there's the carcass of the 4x4. Greyhound going in against the Panzer IV. Greyhound holding back the Panzer IV, even though it did take a pretty bad hit. Still, love to see it. Love to see when, like, weaker armor is actually holding its own against, like, better armored units and actually holding them back. Railinator, thank you very much for the sub. Very kind of you, good sir. Alright. We have ourselves Pioneers quickly healing the Panzer IV, so it's like, huh, you hurt me? Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I feel perfectly fine. Panzer Grenadiers are holding its own on the fuel. Riflemen having some bit of issues. Greyhound trying its best to hold back the Panzer Grenadiers. And with the combined effort with the Sherman, they're going to pull back. Riflemen, again, I think... No, only one has the bar upgrade. Really? Okay. He might have lost the Riflemen. I feel like... Well... Luckily, there's a way to show this, but it's fine. We'll see if how many Rifleman squads he loses. I haven't seen a direct wipe out of anything yet, but... Wow, okay, the amount of infantry forces Daddy Girl has is pretty remarkable. Anyway, Von Prime finally getting the last building, so he can finally build some Shermans, Hellcats, Bulldozers, you name it. Maybe a Hellcat would be good to combat the Panzer IV, since you already have a Greyhound. Stoogs are on the field along the other side. Again, they're not going to be the great against infantry, but they can definitely give that Sherman, who's, by the way, been upped with a 76. And we know the other guy went infantry support because of the captain. But yeah, Sherman trying its best to help break up the German positions. Bazooka team and riflemen still on standby. Stoogs there, though, I mean, Bazooka team could put some damage, but they have no way to break these further defenses. At least, in my opinion, they don't. Because what, you're gonna break it with a single rifleman squad while your Sherman's being hit by 2 or 3 different anti-tank sources? No, definitely not. All right, Von Prime went armored battle group. They did not both go heavy weapons. So yes, so at least okay, armored and that a lot. Wait, yeah, I was gonna say. So wait, is he gonna get an easy 8? Oh, he might actually do that because technically for him. He did it with the ability, so it allows him to build it. So yeah, he instead of going with the Hellcat, he could just up it to an easy 8. Riflemen are pulling back. He did lose a squad. I can confirm that. Actually, he's lost quite a bit. Von Prime is down significantly. His Greyhound's also been destroyed. So M1's pulling back. Engineers pulling back. Yeah, Von Prime is essentially off the front. Gamma is now fully able to move through the battlefield with ease. Yeah, Panzer Grenadiers are gonna make short work of that. Are you doing that to hold back the ET gun? Like, what's the plan here? It sucks because I think he lost a rifleman that had the extra bar. So wouldn't it surprise me if Gamma picked? Yep, there it is. Gamma picked up the American bar. I was like, yeah, that's gonna happen. All right. Panzer Grenadiers pull back. We do have a cache down here by the American side, but I don't see one for the Germans. So at least it's helping the Allies out, you know, a little bit. The Americans could use all the fuel they can get, especially if they're going to be dealing with multiple German units. Now here's the problem: Daddy's Girl is fighting 2 Panzer IVs in mid, and he has 1 single Sherman. Sherman's taking a lot of hits. Has to pull back. Panzer IVs smell blood in the water, and they think they can go for it. They do get the kill. Excellent shots. Panzer IVs continuing the attack, but here's the American infantry and AT trying their best to put everything they have on it. And while, oh my god, we have an easy 8 coming on in. But unfortunately, we also have 2 Stoogs providing fire support, covering the Panzer IVs as they retreat. Bazooka teams are trying their best, but they're unable to penetrate the Stoogs' front armor. And I think that's a win for the Germans. The German forces covered the retreat. They still have attack power. We got Stoogs and Coastals moving on in, ready to push the Americans back. Yeah. They smelled, I mean, there was an opportunity. Gamma took it, backed up by Manganator, and while the Daddy's Girl and Von Prime tried to work together, they just didn't have enough firepower to kill those Panzer IVs, unfortunately. So, a lot of Coastals, by the way. That's a lot of infantry. 50 Cal's doing the best to suppress it, although an officer is unable to call down his Circle of Doom. Bazooka team moving on in. Panzer IVs are quickly being healed. We have a command Panzer IV providing additional bonuses as well, so that's not good. Grenades being thrown to get the units out. He retreats just in time, so he doesn't take really any casualties. He's gonna pull back. Does he have a retreat bunker? No, he's just gonna retreat all the way back to base. Okay, I mean, that's fine. It's a 2v2 map, so it's not like a huge map, but, you know, since we know both American players don't have artillery, well, okay. M5 potential for Daddy's Girl, which he's not gone yet. He's actually not gone with the half tracks. Usually, especially when people go this, I didn't even realize it, but yeah, they go usually with the 75s and then kind of multiple half tracks, switch out with the, you know, quad mount or medical, or you usually just have a lot of them so they overwhelm. Here, we just have a situation where we just have overwhelming armor attempts. And I'm not saying that's bad, but it is interesting. Panzers are quickly, oh my god, Sherman comes out, immediately dies. Wait, grenades are thrown. Command Panzer IV might die here. Bazooka team trying its best to finish off the Command Panzer IV with the rest of them. Easy 8 moving on in. There goes the Command Panzer IV. But again, the Americans are currently down on fuel, right? Yeah, they are. And they definitely took some casualties. I think oh no, Bazooka team retreated. Duke's trying their best. What are you saving up for? I guess he's just housing that with a good infantry force, because yeah, he has the Nebelwerfer on the field. Fire's coming down on the scout unit to stop it from taking it with a bunker. Being made with an MG to also cover the fuel. It's probably going to be decapped, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like you need something more anti-infantry, whether maybe a whirlwind or... I mean, I guess that's fine. Cat and Cry moves in to take back the territory. But yeah, I just think it's something maybe, or maybe to support the Stoogs. Like, Stoogs are great, and you can tell he got the side armor as well, so he has a good amount of protection for these units. So it's not going to be a situation where it's like, oh, you can easily flank them. It's like, no, they have the armor, they have the numbers, and it looks like they have the infantry support. So I feel like he's already pretty good. Maybe just either more soft power in terms of killing infantry, or maybe a hard attack to kill some tanks. Maybe jack of all trade armor. Well, either way, he has about 23 pops, so he has plenty of population to grow even further his army, whatever he chooses. The other command tank, by the way, on the field, Panzers are healed. How are the Americans dealing? Well, they have a single Easy 8, making easy work of the Panzer Grenadiers, so that's a solid sign. So they're holding on to the victory point. Victory point-wise, though, the Allies are down. They need to change things up, otherwise it will be GG here soon, as the Germans currently have not 1, not 2, but 300 victory points ahead of where the Americans are. So yeah, they need to do something. But maybe German overconfidence may lead to their demise. Here's a lot of armor without infantry support moving on in. They are killing the Americans, but here's an Easy 8 in the nick of time, provided by the M1. That lead Panzer IV is taking a lot of hits. He's choosing to keep his armor there. Panzers are pulling back, but maybe the Easy 8s will move in. They need to protect the weaker Panzer IV. Panzers are unable to protect that Panzer IV. But double bounce on the Easy 8 will allow it to retreat. And there they're going to move up. M1 still providing protection. AT gun is still there. M5 is brought out in the distance. And Panzers are unable to kill the Easy 8s. That's probably the first successful American engagement we've seen so far this game in terms of armor. Tanks. Not the Greyhound killing the half-track. But yeah, no. Solid effort there. Panzers are going to be a little bit of a defensive... They're going to be on the defensive for a little bit of time. Simply because of the fact that... wait a second. If he went Command Panzer, he didn't go Tiger, right? I could be crazy here. Yeah, he didn't go Tiger. Because, yeah, I'm thinking in my head, yeah. So, if that's the case, then he's playing... I mean, smart plan. A lot of people die by going just a single Tiger and get overwhelmed. But also, good job with the Panzer IV with veterancy. Wait, do you have side skirts? You do not. Oh, side skirts really would have helped you out. Damn. Oh, now we get side skirts. Infantry is being torn apart by these E8s who are slowly healing. Engineers are doing the best, but there's only one, I think. Yeah. Infantry's, Don Prime's infantry's being hit by the armor. Again, he needs additional AT of some type. Is it pack gun? Oh, being redistributed over. Okay. Meanwhile, middle victory point is going to be under American control with the scout unit. Luckily, the artillery helped break it, and that's all thanks to the M5. Which makes sense. That is, girls like, alright, I could bring in a Pershing, or I could provide something with artillery and AT support. And right now, while the Pershing is a great, like, very fast AT gun, a very fast heavy tank, that AT gun can pack a wall up and hopefully, especially if they have infantry protection, easily hold back the armor and deal enough damage to keep it away. Because right now they need something to keep it at a distance rather than something to get close up in a fight. Because then the infantry could then come in and it would be a lot worse. But we'll see what happens. Again, am I missing something? Oh, okay, no, it's... Alright. So anyway, defending here to the best of their ability. Bunkers right here. Infantry's moving over. Another push? Oh, wow. Big push by Gamma. Alright, his infantry needs to get closer to hopefully snare. He has one unit that can snare. Here we go. Armor's being hit, but M5 is right there. With another M1. Armor is walking into a trap. Does... Oh, get snared. But here's the thing. M5 preparing to fire. Never mind, it's picking itself up. What the hell? It is a new unit. It needs to learn when to fire and when to move. I have no idea what it's doing right now. I genuinely have no idea. Luckily, the retreat might be bad, and they might be able to inflict... Oh, nope. Suppression by the MG and other forces keep Von Prime from doing much. What are the Stoogs doing? They're going after a mortar. I may have missed something here. Stoogs now pulling back into the city square. We have a Sherman 76 moving in after it. Smoke is being dropped, hoping to give advantage, but Stoogs just move on in, provide additional fire support. Here's an M5 and another Easy 8. Fire, kill a Stoog. Sorry, they fire and kill a Stoog. Here comes the Coastal. He walked in a bit too much. I think they can throw AT. Grenades on to the armor. We have another one as well that can throw it. Stoog can still fire. But the M5 still is actually getting target on those units. And plus the M1 is another direction. Stoog does manage to pull back just in time. Armors, I can't believe those Panzers survived the earlier engagement, but they did. I guess the Stoogs coming in deep actually was the big thing. But here comes the, again, that, oh boy. Easy 8 trying to do its best. Again, there are 3 Easy 8s on the field and a recovery vehicle? Oh, bringing one back, or healing and also could potentially bring one back. Oh, that's pretty damn good. Meanwhile, we have one additional Sherman 76 backing up Daddy's Girl with a very solid infantry army. The Germans are down. They do have a very good infantry force, I'm not going to lie, and the M5 is going to take the full brunt of that action. Oh, finally we have fire coming on in. Riflemen are retreating. This is going to definitely die. Like, no question. Fire's going to burn it. But they can always recrew it. But if... Oh, artillery! We have no Beche? We got no Beche, right? Yes, we do. Alrighty. Heavy artillery coming on down. Half-track is even taking hits. Excellent job. Alright. So now... That breaks up the American defensive position. If I am Meganator and I have 400 munitions, I mine. I do as many mines as I possible cover this area. It's not like you don't have, you know, pioneers that you quickly do that. As soon as you get the armor backed up, yeah, that's what I would do. So that way this area is clear. And then you can kind of focus, like you are doing, your main infantry force there. I'm pretty, yeah. I'm pretty sure if he locks down that sector, the Germans would still have more units over here and they could overwhelm it. But here's the situation. Panzers are injured. Infantry, though, is coming on in, throwing all the AT grenades. Panzer IV is trying to pull back. Luckily, that side armor is helping. The armor is pinned while the pack gun is neutralized. I don't think they would want... No, they're going to continue their assault? Ooh. Oh, that's a gamble. No mines as well, so they're going to keep going in deep. Panzer IV went the wrong way. Went for the quicker way base. He should have went the longer way. It would have... The armor is moving back. We have a single Stug, but wow, there's no pack gun moving over. Like, move over your pack gun. Where is your pack gun? Okay, they are now being moved over. Okay, this could be an issue. Again, if he placed mines on the retreat, that would be great. Pack guns fire. Easy 8 will probably die here. There we go, double hit. But unfortunately, we have another Sherman in the back providing support. Pack guns have their work to cut out for because there's no way that they can heal. They're gonna hurt the armor. Obiche, I think it's too close for it to fire. Here comes another Stug. Pack guns are decrewed. Easy 8 trying to kill it. The massive armor charge, I think, worked in good time because they needed the victory points here to help turn the tide. Retreat is, even though the fire blocks this way, I think retreat is actually going to be this way for Daddy's girl, so he should be fine to pull back. Damn, they just didn't have... Oh, he's going to walk through the fire. That would be funny. Again, the armor is still injured. Gamma is getting up a Command Panzer IV. Gamma's also losing quite a bit of his men. I mean, so too is Maganator. Like, this is a heavy fight, but while the Americans are losing models and maybe an armored unit here or there, the Germans lost all their armor for the most part. It's not good. M5 pulling back the stuff. If I am the recovery vehicle, I maybe move in and get that wreckage. You know, do what I can. Also, maybe would have killed this because this can be picked up again by the Pioneer, something along those lines for cheap. Panzer Grenadier is trying to move in for mid, but luckily the Easy 8s are making quick work of that and gonna force them back. The city has been secured. American forces will continue to lock it down. They're actually giving chase with the Vet 3 one. This guy just wants to kill Germans. And he's like, I could easily do that on the retreat back to base. Very close to, but not able to wipe any of them. Panzer IV trying to figure out where to go. Because of the Infantry upgrade, it does have at least a Vet 1 ability, or sorry, Vet 1 capabilities. Command Panzer IV fighting in the front, while the Panzer IV hidden in the trees is going to fight in the back. An ambush. Pack gun is decrewed. Hold on, we might be able to overwhelm. Easy 8 is weak. Can he? Drew armor needs one last shot. Does get it. Panzer IV needs to pull back immediately because there's two Easy 8s now engaging. That pack gun would have been great to have. Engineer squad about to die to the Pintle. Does. Here comes another Sherman. And now the Panzer IV, he did a faster fire rate, but now he's taking the debuff of it. Nebwerfer is firing on the armor. Panzer IV goes down. Oh, it would have been such a clean fight if he would have gotten away. Where's the armored support? Oh, here come the Stugs. Man, that earlier engagement where they worked together so well, where Maganator was like ready and able to assist, but now, no, that's not the case. It took him so long to get up there. If they kill one of the Shermans, that would be a nice little win, but no, he's gonna pull back. Recovery vehicle easily healing up the Easy 8. German forces trying to push up. Circle of Doom, I think, is active. Grenades thrown in the building. Lots of fire coming down, lots of artillery. Lots of veterancy for the coastal units. Gotta give credit where credit's due. And again, Maganator, you have 500 munitions. Please place mines. I'm begging you. Like, even place mines on, like, even friendly territory, because that could have stopped those armored units. But yeah, mines, mines, and mines. You could even have this Kettenkrad do it. Like, you don't just need your Pioneers. You could do it with the coastal units. There are multiple ways to place mines, but that way, because the allies are in a situation where you know they're going to use superior. Someone said bunkers in the chat. I wouldn't say bunkers because the AT gun is. The AT gun will do a decent amount of damage, but it's not like the most, like a AT gun bunker. But if you place mines, that delays the armor, and you know at this point, going back to my original point, that Von Prime Dice Girl have the numbers. We have ourselves 2 Easy 8s and 2 Shermans, and we know there's also a recovery vehicle, so they could potentially get more armor on their side. So yeah, additional bunkers, stuff like that would be great. But oh yeah, chat, that is a fair point. So Maginator, based on what he chose, right, you can do support bunkers or you can do designate defensive line, right? So he's permanently marking territory. Oh, okay, so he did that to permanently mark a defensive point here, which I guess is okay, but I mean, it didn't save the pack guns. I don't know. I think the command bunker is maybe, I mean, it is fuel, but by God, you have enough of it. I think that would have been better. I don't know. I'm not saying this is terrible, but I don't know. I think that maybe going the command bunker would have been a little better. Because then you can do a retreat point and heal, and yeah, there's like multiple things you could have done. Alright, anyway, as you can see, massive American advance. Oh, wait, Stug is down. The Stug pushed up and got overwhelmed. That we still have 2 Stugs remaining. Infantry is pulling back. We have artillery coming down, but the Americans are pushing through. Massive battle going on. German forces being hit by the Americans. Again, there's not enough infantry to protect against the riflemen. They knocked out the pack gun, and the Easy 8s and Shermans are pushing up now. Stug trying its best, but the additional American forces are keeping them back. City Square is being retaken. Another Stug coming on in to hold back the Shermans, but they have to worry about the infantry. This building is about to come down. Coastal could die here if they don't get out of the building here soon. Bazooka team getting a nice shot on the Stug. Here comes the additional armor. They're trying to heal up. AT gun picked up, does 1 shot. Additional armor can focus. Maybe they can kill it if they can pen it. Engineer squad goes down thanks to the fire of the Easy 8s. Yeah. Again, German forces are barely keeping themselves together. And as I said before, the Americans are losing models, but they're no longer using units. I mean, okay, as the M5 goes down, but they can recruit that. Right now we still have 3 Easy 8s and 2 Shermans. Maybe you kill one, but there's that AT gun here, and you still have the Sherman there. Bounce, very lucky bounce for the Stug, makes it get away. Nebelwerfer coming on in, but misses target, misses the Sherman and the AT gun, which can be healed by the half-track. Recovery vehicle is doing the best it can to get the armor back up to operational status as quickly as possible. M5 being picked up. We have an MG bunker here to just stop the infantry from swarming in. And hey, I mean, oh no, he went the Obiche, so he doesn't have cheaper bunkers. Damn, he did lose the Obiche too. That's unfortunate. He's so much fuel. The Germans have so much fuel, but they just, except for, I mean, Rob Prime doesn't have much fuel, but everyone else has tons of fuel. It's just they don't have the manpower to bring it out. They're slowly rebuilding their armies, though. We have additional AT guns settling up. Maybe, you know, heal that so it doesn't have 2 models and immediately is just 1 shot dead. Yeah, you gotta save the fuel, all the fuel that you can. You know, Germany just lost the oil field to Romania. Things are looking bad. They're like, all right, pump out the fuel from Hungary and just don't use it. Synthetics, all right, we got something, but yeah, don't use it. But no, realistically, the Allies have a population of 90, whereas Gamma and Maginator are both at like upper 60s. So they need a combined effort to hammer the Allies and really cause maximum casualties, right? I wouldn't say a decisive battle, but they need to have a win where tactically one side loses more manpower and fuel and other things overall than the other. I don't know. American forces again push on up with the infantry and knock out the pack guns. They just don't have enough for infantry support. They think the armor can do it, but they need infantry. Panzer Grenadiers coming on in. Almost got the rifleman squad. AT gun settled up. Combined why is the Nebel Warfare right there? Why? Come on, so close. M1. There it goes. Easy 8's down. Panzer Grenadiers knock out, I guess. Oh my god, there's 3 Easy 8's right there. Command Panzer 4 goes down. Panzer Grenadier's about to die. There they go. Pull back! Alright, M1's picked up, but you have nothing to protect the infantry from just gunning it down again. Oh my god. It's 1 against 3, and unfortunately the Panzer 4, you cannot fight that fight. Meanwhile, the other Sherman has broken the town. Stuke is on his last legs, will probably be taken out here. No mines, no defenses, no infantry support. Again, good use. Send the infantry up, kill the AT guns, then send the armor. Just overwhelming. Oh, this is on hold fire? Yeah, he essentially is targeting you with it. That's why. But yeah, he won't fire unless he's designated to attack. And he's a vet 3, by the way. Stug opening fire on the Sherman. Another Sherman coming on in. Infantry pushing on up. Again, most of the armor and everything is pulling back. I think, yeah, I don't, except for that 1 Easy 8, I think overall it's been pretty good. Oh, wait, here comes Stu coming in. At least they have double packs providing fire support. Maybe we kill an Easy 8, and maybe even a rifleman squad. Why are you shoot that? Get closer to, like, the Panzer Grenadier squad can't fight a Sherman. I don't understand why you're charging next to it. And there he goes. I don't understand that. Stu does get an Easy 8, which is a small little win. But recovery vehicle could bring that back up if the allies can hold this sector for a little while. Seems like double pack. Oh, double pack though. Hold on, it's a trap. Easy 8 walking into it. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. Infantry screening. Pack guns in the back. Maximum sight. Maximum range. And there we go. We actually have some tangible casualties actually on the Allied forces. All thanks to Meganator. Look, I'm not saying he's the best or anything like that, but by God, it's good to see. Pack guns are as well putting damage. AT grenade snare stops the Sherman from pushing up further. So gets, unfortunately, a bad hit on an officer. But there we go! Make a Greyshot so it's a maximum sight, maximum range. Yeah, I mean, you can. It does. The maximum sight provides you the maximum range of that unit to fire, right? If you don't have maximum sight, you can't fire because you can't see. You can do attack round, but that's knowing the person's there. Alright. Unfortunately, M5 is opening fire, but Nebel Warfare is returning it. German forces are down to under 100-point difference now. American forces pushing on up. Look at the carnage right here. It has just been an absolute slaughter on this side. I mean, hey, I give credit where credit's due. It's an absolute, like, bloodbath going on right now. And I love their recovery vehicle, like, covering with Easy 8s as well, providing, you know, protection. Panzer Force trying to break up the American infantry. American infantry smartly going after the pack guns. And here comes the M5 rolling on in. Nebel Warfare has to be ready. M5 can hit all the armor. And the riflemen are providing sight. Meanwhile, it's all distraction to get the armor back up. That, by the way, yeah, that Easy 8's still alive, by the way. Nebel Warfare getting some good shots. Pack guns decrewed, even while it's retreating.
They await deployment.
All right, Germans are pumping it. We actually have 3 armored units out. Hold on, we're about to see maybe 2 if they get this final shot on the Panzer IV. Come on, pull back. He does. Easy 8's almost healed. The 2 in the front are doing the best. Pack guns moving on in. M5 had to pull back, so don't expect protection from it. Germans have actually gained up a bit. Oh, that's a fair point. Yeah, the other AT guns, I don't recall them taking damage while towed. They usually you kill the half-track and then they get damaged. Yeah, that's a fair point. Damn, that's unfortunate for the Americans. You're the only one that takes damage. Oh, nice shot with the bazooka, and the M5 forces the Stuke back. Pack guns moving on in. Nebula for fire shots on the rifleman. Here comes the easy 8s. We have 3 of those. Recovery vehicle is staying close to the front if they can heal. Rifleman may not be able to take the middle point. We still have plenty of riflemen though. Look at all the, like, the Americans have plenty of men to keep sending into the meat grinder. The Germans do not. Manganator is doing the best he can, but he still has to get another Oh wow, there goes Grenadier. There goes Gamma's, all his front line. It's just gone. It's just absolutely gone. I want to say like the other AT gun should, maybe it's just a recent patch they did where it kind of fixes that. I want to say it's they fixed that, because otherwise that seems really weird to have the M5 be killed, you know, while being moved. The other ones you can't. All right, Americans are in the building. If they can bring it down, that'd be 2 kills. Tons of armor and pack guns, but again, we need infantry coverage or Nebula for now to hit the M5, which gets a great shot in that Panzer IV. Rifleman moving on in. We have sight. M5 fires. Grenade is thrown. I think they've lost. I think something is happening. Nothing. Gamma, what are you doing? Gamma is losing his damn mind. M5 is still hitting them, and now comes the easy 8s. I don't know what's happening with Gamma, but he's about to lose all of his armor. Now he's trying to get the hell out. M5's gonna get a final shot, isn't it? Oh, nope. Easy 8's just kill it. Yeah, he could have pulled back. I don't know what the hell happened. I feel like, I don't know, his mom knocked on his door and was like, honey, you need to take out the trash or something, because there was just no reaction there. And now all the armor's killing what's left of the Panzers. Damn. There it goes. Gamma is done. And did you place any mines? No, you did not place any mines on the choke points. You have 700 munitions and you didn't place mines, Maganator. That is a crime against humanity. That is a crime right there to not place mines to help you. Again, he's telling the Sherman, he's like pointing to the Sherman to attack. But in this situation, if he's on hold fire and he gets out of sight, he's not going to reveal himself by firing through the fog of war or anything. I think that's why. Yeah, this one, by the way, has like, yeah, 29 kills. The next closest one is 2. So, just to kind of give you an idea of like the difference. Yeah. What's this Sherman at? That's the only Sherman that would be 16. So yeah, the hold fire Sherman, best Sherman. Just saying. Confirmed. Alright, I'm pretty much gonna say that this is a GG. Stug's moving on up with the M5 and all the Shermans there. It's just gonna be game over. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit, because I just don't see how the Germans can somehow come back from this. Let me fix this while it's going on. It keeps moving back. I don't know why. It's very annoying. Artillery's hitting mid. They're killing it up engineer squad. Great. But yeah, we have a man that is given up. He has 1,100 manpower. He's not doing a damn thing. He's chilling at base. Meanwhile, you still have Meganator still trying to fight. Nebwarfers have done quite a bit, but there's just too much. He doesn't have AT guns anymore. He has 1 Stuke to hold back all the armor, and there's so much armor. All right. So, Daddy's Girl got top damage and... No, sorry, Von Prime got top damage and top kills. Meganator is top damage and barely Gamma gets top kills. So, how do I put this? I enjoyed the game, but I think the problem was that I don't, like, especially in the second half, I feel like the Germans kept getting worse with their communication and skills. I don't know. But I will say, and I wanted to get this right, because I'm like, was it Daddy's Girl is the one who submitted this replay? So thank you to Daddy's Girl for submitting this replay. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good back and forth. I thought the Allies definitely took some casualties, and we saw Von Prime get pushed back to his base. But this is a situation where you need good infantry screening, and I thought the Americans did that well. Then they targeted the pack, then it with the armor. And I feel like, I don't know, Gamma's armor engagements just kept getting worse and worse throughout the game. Maganator was pretty good, but he needed better defensive works, and I don't know if the Obiche was worth it. As much as I like the Obiche, I think the Nebelwerfers were a better call, at the very least, and definitely mines. You had so much munitions and nothing to use it on. Mine the area up so the armor and infantry take additional casualties. But hey, what do you guys think? Let's quickly check over the units, see what was the biggest killers. And yeah, Rifleman Squad, only one loss, so good job there to Von Prime. It lost a lot of those easy 8s, but hey, they inflicted quite a bit of casualties. Panzer IVs, a lot of them, not as much damage done by them. The Panzergrenadiers, though, damn, they were doing pretty damn good work. 67 kills. I think they're the best unit in the game. Actually, you know what? For 3 easy 8s, it's actually not half bad. Sorry, not easy 8s. 376 Shermans. Did pretty good. Rifleman Squad's well, only lost 1. Got pretty good casualties. And yeah, Nebelwerfer as well, not too shabby. All right, but overall, not too bad. Can't really complain. Pretty good stuff right there. So, yeah, good game. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. This is Greyshot17. I'll see you guys next time.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tonybee 95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.